guys. Sorry that I'm not there with you today, but I just wanted to go over some notes real quick with you to help you with your worksheet. First, I just wanted to again show you how to get to your assignments in Canvas. I know I went over this last week, but some people were absent. So what you want to do is you're on your welcome screen, your home screen. If you're using the app, you just click home and it takes you to this same page. Just click on the date. So today, of course, is September. And then you click on the day. So today we're looking at the 8th. And then you all are face to face. One thing that I do want to say is I know that Canvas will tell you when you have a missing assignment, but those are only the assignments that I have uploaded to Canvas. So if you haven't gone through and done your remote assignments, some of them are in Desmo, some of them are in Khan Academy. So they're not all on Canvas. So just because it says you don't have any missing assignments on Canvas doesn't mean that you don't have missing assignments. So you want to make sure you go back and do all the whole list for every day, especially for those remote days. So today, again, like I said, we're going to talk about regression. If you guys want to click on your regression notes. Then that will hopefully bring this up. There it is. So we're talking about regression or line of best fit. So if you look, I've got 3 examples. I'll do these with you, and then you guys are going to do these ones on the bottom. I'm going to show you how to do this in Desmos. You probably did it in your regular calculators last year, but of course we're not using those, so we're going to do it in Desmos. So what you do is you look at the graph, and you decide, today we're just looking at 2 kinds. We're looking at linear, and we're looking at quadratic. So if we look at 1 and 2, those are just straight lines. They're linear, just like we talked about last week when we graphed the piecewise functions. And then if we look at number 3, this one is quadratic. So if they're linear, like 1 and 2, you need 2 points. So we're going to pick 2 points, and then I'll show you how to type them in, and we'll find the regression. So let's write some notes down. So if it is linear, then what you're going to type in Desmos is y1. And if you type y1, it'll make it tiny. And then this little squiggly. And then mx1 plus b. And that is just your slope-intercept form. You just want to make sure you put that little 1 squiggly instead of an equal sign. And then again, if it's linear, we want to pick 2 points. And we're going to make a little table just like we did last week. So if we look back at that number 1, it has 2 points already picked for us. So we have one at -1, 0, and then we have another one at 0, 3. So we have -1, 0, and we have 0, 3. And again, I just picked those 2 points. You can pick any 2 points if it's linear. And so we're going to go to Desmos. And to type in a table on Desmos, you click the plus sign that's over on the left above the little 1, and you just click table. And then we're going to type in our table. So we had the point -1, 0, and then we had the point 0, 3. And it'll plot them there for us. And then down below, you want to type in our little equation here that we have. So we go y1. Again, if you type the 1, it makes it small. And then the little squiggly is on the left side below escape. And then mx1 plus b. And there it is. So it tells me this r squared, that is your correlation coefficient. And the closer that is to 1, the more perfect it fits the data. So this one is a perfect fit. It goes through both points. And then the parameters here tells me that m is 3. So that means my slope is 3. And b is also 3. So my y-intercept is 3. So if we wanted to write the equation for this line, it would be y equals 3x plus 3. And that's it. Okay. So if we look at our one here in the middle, this one is a constant. So we talked about those are just where it's y equals a number. But let's type it into Desmos and just see what it does for the equation. So I'm going to come back here and make a new table. Oh, nope, I don't want to do that. I want to erase. Okay, so again, we want to pick 2 points. And for this number 2, we can pick any of those. Our y values for all of them are -3. So I'm just going to say 0, 0, -3, and 1, -3. And then I'm going to go to Desmos and type those in. Again, you can pick any 2 points. It doesn't matter. Now, once you have typed this in number 2, that equation, you don't have to change that. You could just change your table and it'll change with you. So we've got 0, -3, and we said 1, -3. And so then you can see it plotted those 2 points. It's a horizontal line just like the one on our graph on the notes. And then if we look at our parameters over here, m is 0, b is -3. So if we go to write that, m is 0, so 0x minus 3. Well, hopefully you remember that anything times 0 is 0, so that x just goes away. So then your equation is y equals -3. And again, that's just because it's a constant, it's a horizontal line. Okay. Let's look at if it is a quadratic. I don't know why that is erasing. I'll see if I can just undo all of it. Okay. So if it is a quadratic, you know, of course, that's a parabola. And so if it's a parabola, last week when we graphed it, I told you that we needed at least 3 points. So it's the same with the regression. When you want to find that line of best fit, you want to have 3 points also. So let's look at if it's a quadratic. So we talked about the parent function of a quadratic, and we said it was just x squared. But of course, as you start moving it around, you add those numbers in. So a quadratic in standard form, to type in Desmos, you want to type again y1 with a squiggly. And then it's a x1 squared plus b x1 plus c. So let's go back to our worksheet. And again, we can see that we've got 3 points already there for us. We have -1, 4, 0, 3, and 1, 4. So let's draw that on our table. So we have -1, 4, 0, 3, 1, 4. Oop, cannot draw 4. Okay, let's go back to Desmos. We're going to get rid of this down here. Won't need it anymore. So let's change our table. So we had -1, 4. We had 0, 3. And we had 1, 4. And down below we will type in our line of best fit. So y1 squiggly a x1 squared plus b x1 plus c. And so there again we get that x squared equals 1. And that just means that it's a perfect fit. It goes through all 3 of those points perfectly. And then it tells me down here my parameters, A1 or A is 1, B is 0, C is 3. So when we go to write our equation, we'll plug in 1 for A, 0 for B, and 3 for C. So let's do that. So y equals 1 x squared plus 0 x plus 3. And then you can simplify this a little bit. You know that when you have a 1 out front, you can drop it. There's always an invisible 1. That's your multiplicative identity. And then we have that 0, we don't need him. So our simplest would be y equals x squared plus 3. Okay, so what I want y'all to do is to go back to the worksheet and go ahead and finish this. There are 18 problems on there. But again, once you type in the y1 thing, you only have to type it in once. So do like all of the linears and then go through and do all the quadratics, and you only have to type that in one time. So you'll just be changing your table each time. When you're finished, take a picture of it, upload it to the assignment in Canvas, and then there is a little Desmos activity. If you finish that, you can go work on your choice board for tomorrow. Unless you have some missing assignments, you can go back and do those. And again, if you know you have it logged in remotely, you need to go to those specific days and do what's on the list, not just what is in your missing assignments that Canvas gives you. If you have any questions, let me know. See y'all soon.